So, what? Tell me about your race at Road America for TriStar. How did that come together?
So TriStar was also owned. It was owned by Mark Smith, who also owned Pro Motor Engines at that time, and he and I had a cooperative business whereby he was providing my Trans Am engines, and I was helping him develop his Trans Am engine business. And we became very good friends through all of that. And when he saw that Road America was on the schedule, really all the road courses the first year that he had the TriStar, then nationwide team, wanted to know if, of course, I'd want to run them. And obviously I jumped at that chance. And, Road America could have been a pretty good day for us. We qualified, I think, ninth in front of Hornaday and the like, in front of Ron Fellows. We were in it, we were really quite good. And that again is a pre-COT car, right? So those cars you can really throw around and you can really drive them. And I spent most of the day sort of climbing my way back. Again, we didn't have sort of the cup level pit crew at that time. So we weren't always getting the same sort of shorter pit stops that the higher budget teams were getting, but we had the speed. And really how it turned out that day, there were two cars that were faster than I was on the racetrack, was Carl Edwards and Jacques Villeneuve. But anybody else there, I could handle. And I got up to fourth towards the end. And it was about all I could do. I'd run the brakes off the thing. I'd run it so hard all day, coming from sort of 17th back up to 8th and have a pit stop, 22nd back up to 6th, but had a good time doing it. And frankly, we had a really good car. At one point, Carl had spun out right in front of me. And that's when I felt like I was hoping he wouldn't sort of be able to get back up there, because he and Villeneuve were the two guys I couldn't deal with. And I knew Villeneuve had historically in the stock cars wasn't always that strong at the end of the race. So I was sort of hoping we would have a shot. Unfortunately, as the end of the race unfolded, we come to the white flag. I'm running fourth, I think. And Carl was leading. Villeneuve was second. And I don't remember who was third, but I was just going to finish there, right? We were kind of strung out at that point, and that's all I had. And then we get to turn 5, and an Australian, a visitor from Australia, just center punched us going into the corner there and knocked us out of the deal. I don't know where I got going again anyway, but finally got the thing started and took off and finished, and I don't know, finished 15th or whatever the hell it was. And afterwards, I got out of the car. I was hot, I was not happy. And so I sort of found the guy and kind of had him up against the fence, but I looked over my shoulder and I saw 3 then nationwide officials running at me. And I thought, you know what? This is a $10,000 fine I can't afford. So I put the guy down and walked away. But it was a good outing for us, but just disappointing the way it ended. But there are a lot of men like that. You know what I mean? It's just it's the way it goes.
Yeah, that happens, and I'm glad you got control of yourself, knowing what was going to happen if you kept holding him to the fence.
Yeah, and I do a lot at Road America even to this day. We won the runoffs this year in GT1 there, so I would rather be remembered for the trophies I've taken out of that place versus the fines I had to pay for getting in trouble there. So.